It's a building that's meant so much to the city of New Orleans and all of its residents over the years. And our coverage of the NFL has brought us to it, Caesars Superdome. Time for teams to start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go in Week 11. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And this drive will start inside the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Straight to the air they go. Flush down now to his left. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Offense up to the line fast. Another try following the sack. He finds Johnson. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Pass play on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So it'll be 2nd down. Here's a throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. That was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference. You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Here's the snap on 4th. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the... He's got it inside the 25. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Groupie adds the extra point. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. He fires one deep down. His first throw is an interception. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick six. Finds a man right side. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out. They're going to lose some yardage.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Finds a seam down the middle. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns reach pay dirt for the first time this game. David Njoku, the touchdown. Hopkins knocks the extra point through. And the Browns chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. The throw left side finds Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Throwing now from the gun. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. That's caught by Chris Olave. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st down from the red zone. That's complete to Kamara. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 16. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings them to 3rd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
To the air, 3rd and long. Caught near the pylon. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. sensation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Group B to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints double their lead to 14. Reed now to kick this one away. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sails over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. That one complete to Njoku. And that's good for a gain of 5. Justin Reed with the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Intended target there was David Njoku. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now looking to throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that gives the Browns a 1st. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Complete out to the right. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On the move, headed right. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And the Saints grab it. He's at midfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Saints capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Groupie's extra point is good. And the Saints stretch their lead to 21. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rule starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Back-to-back carries here. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Justin Reed with the tackle. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They give it to him again. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter. Browns in control of it. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Ooh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Saints take over on his 5th interception of the season.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He's on the move. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
2nd and 10 now. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He sends this one to the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
Pass play to call on 4th down. Throwing deep for the... It connects on the deep shot. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Chris Olave with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Saints grow their lead yet again. Reed now to kick this one away. Devin Tompkins to return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Big gain downfield. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh no, they get him yet again! Along the right sideline, there's space! And he's gonna go! It's a pick six! Groupie to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints continue piling onto this lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Second and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Another carry for him. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. That one's complete over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today. Because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
2nd and 6 now. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's 3rd down now. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. He'll look to throw on fourth down. He finds him beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 28. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Browns, with some work to do, trailing in this game. They are now set for 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 21. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Saints have it now on his 8th pick of the year.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it deep downfield. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Groupie adds the extra point. And the Saints continue adding on to that lead. Reed now to kick this one away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And a poor choice this time to bring it out. They contain him well shy of the 30. In fact, he's out shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Another throw here on 2nd down. He's looking deep once again. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Throw on 3rd down. He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. They'll throw it again. Deep down the right sideline, it's his running back making the catch. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. But it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
First down from the red zone. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Motioning the tight end now. Throwing it again here. Caught near the goal line. That's a Cleveland touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
On is Hopkins for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns cut into the lead by another point.
Browns 14.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Throwing from the gun. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
This is complete to Olave. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Connects with the open man downfield. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Reed now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now from the gun. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. And it sets up second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
To the air now on first and 10. Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable. And it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 2. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Alontae Taylor has it. And the Saints take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Escapes the pocket.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. They gave him just enough room to run.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing now, off play action. Hauled in by Olave, left side. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
That's good for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 47.
Back to throw now. Toward the sideline, and he locates Johnson. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Called in left side. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Has it at the 7. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Working inside the red zone. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. Pass play now. And the defender comes away with it. Martin Emerson with the pin.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
That one complete to Njoku. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
First down, Browns.
Back now, pressure on its way. Got a man, it's Njoku. Hit some space around midfield. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns parlay the interception into points. On is Hopkins for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Browns take 7 points off the deficit.
Browns 21.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone.
Recovered by the receiving team.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd down.
Trying again following the sack. Launches one deep downfield. They're on it. That's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Browns are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Tight end going in motion here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Cleveland. 3 touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you'd love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Chooses to bring this one out. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. 1st down. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Into the hands of Olave. And they get this down to the 28. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Pass play coming here. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Good for another Saints. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the red zone now. Oh, he nearly reeled that in, as close as you can get, but just an exciting incompletion.
Gosh, I love how the receiver creates space from the defender, and even more so the concentration to make the catch. What he didn't have, well, was enough real estate to get his feet in and make an exciting completion.
And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints piling onto the scoreboard yet again. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Reed now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. one's caught along the left sideline. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Chased out to his right. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up. Throwing with a blitz on the way. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They send a man in motion. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And they pick him off again. And the Saints are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He was a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Former first-rounder Devin Bush making the play. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Another run for Kamara. Past midfield to the 45. And he has this all the way down to the 29-yard line. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Saints have it as we start the 4th, and they can probably go on cruise control with that lead. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Throwing now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He's got it near the 10. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Throwing from the gun. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Saints are running them out of the building. Groupie's extra point is good. And the Saints tack on 7 more to their lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6.
Recovered by the receiving team.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Dumps it off to his running back. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And that goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First and 10, looking to throw. And the Saints came marching home, and they dropped it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Hey, I'm all for standing tall in that pocket, being patient while everything collapses around you. But eventually, you got to have that clock in the back of your head and get rid of the ball. He held on for too long, and that defense got home.
Another try following the sack. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Tried getting it to Jerry Jeudy. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Looking for a throw here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Back to throw, needing a first. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Saints are going to take over after his 9th interception of the season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. They stay on the ground with Kamara. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints ready to pick up their 8th win of the season. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Running left, this is Kamara. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. And no surprise here, they declined the flag because the play got a first down, so they're going to happily let it stand. Running it after the penalty. Along this sideline inside the 25. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They give to Kamara, left side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They run it from the gun with Kamara. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9. He's going to throw this one. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Saints continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Groupie adds the extra point. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Reed now to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. And they pick him off again. Saints are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He sends this one to the end zone. And they strike for a touchdown on the final play of the game. They didn't need it, but they will take it anyway. The Saints throwing 6 more on the blowout. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So fans...